Welcome to my channel, TD More Than Just Orchids. I'm Terry, and this is just an impromptu live walkthrough at what's been happening in the 2 weeks since they've all been inside. Plus, I've got to prepare to get things in here ready for me to get the heater running. Temperatures have been cooling off. You can see how windy it is outside. I did get the trap up and close the holes, so hopefully no more possums. Hopefully. I still have to, you can see outside I have those, they're like foam for the weather. They keep the weather out. I need to put them along that crack there. My door doesn't. It just needs to be cleaned. But it's a part of winterizing the greenhouse, and I stick those foam pieces inside of the door, inside that crack there, and then I tape them in so that so that the wind and the elements can't get inside. Well, hey there, Ron, my friend. Hopefully you're having a good Saturday. I am not going to water today because it is just a ugly, rainy, windy, mostly day. It's, I don't think it's even in the 60s. So I'll forego today. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get some fertilizer on these plants, although they could go without it. I was kind of saying that this is sort of a 2 week, and this plant has been dropped a couple times on the floor, and still the roots are looking okay, despite. And I did see this happened. That looks like that could be another flower spike that is coming out there. That has already bloomed for me once off of that growth. That, of course, is my yellowbird times Kiwani Mendenhall. So that's exciting. Wow, you got a lot of work to do. Still going strong, still so fragrant. Although last night when I came out, the fragrant corner is right here. It was probably these nodoses that are going out. But I believe I think those only are fragrant during the sun, during a sunny day. My perenniae, you can see the buds now a little bit better on the plant. Kind of over there. And over there. Some of them look like they got a little too cold, like that. That's my Rosavala Godzilla and my Nodosa Godzilla. It looks like you can see kind of those black dots, and it looks like it's kind of shriveled up near the top. I believe that's cold damage, but don't really see much of it from any of the other plants, which is good, luckily. But what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to have to turn this fan on, and I've got plants here, I'm going to have to move these back or out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I've got, where did I put them? I've got these. Hey, Rez. I'm back. Oh, okay, I'm back. So I have these strips, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill holes and use some chain to pull them together, and then I'm going to build a shield so that when the hot air comes out, this will block it from a direct path in, against the plants. So that is what my plan to do is. I need to get a couple more of these, so it needs to be longer. I want it to... Hey, Denise, you showed up. You made it. Anyway, so I want it to be sort of like that. Hey there, Sharon. I'm just babbling, honestly. But this is how I'm going to try to protect my plants from the direct, that are in the direct path of the heater when I turn it on, because I'm going to have to turn it on pretty soon. And in addition, I will put those foam pads in the door jam there that doesn't close all the way, so that cold air that's blowing outside right now doesn't come in here and mess with these plants, because this area really needs to stay warm. So, and that cold air will mess with these plants. But I was saying that I found another spike on that plant that just bloomed for me, that I just got from Orchid Trail. So that's nice. Very nice. There's my anseps up there. I don't know what that spike is doing. It's curling down for some reason. Hopefully this up here will be putting up a sheath pretty soon and blooming for me. This didn't bloom for me last year, but it did the year before. This is my EPC Francis Dyer. That's Bogranjana crossed with Encyclia fragrans. Yeah. And it is completing that growth. Should be putting up sheaths. This is also something that should be doing something. It usually blooms about this time. This is that peach, I believe it's peach bird, that will be getting divided as soon as it decides whether or not it's going to bloom or not. Let me see, what else? This is not looking so hot. This is my Soba Nakofa, and I believe this is probably wants to be soaked, dunked from the bottom, not from the top, if that makes any sense. It wants to be just floating on top and not anything. So I'm hoping that is not, well, I'm hoping that somehow, despite that, it's going to recover. I might later on get some dragon's blood, because other than that, I think the plant is otherwise healthy. So, sure, my anseps is here. Hopefully that is not a damaged spike. Yeah, because that's the only one that I see, although it had 3 growths going on it. This is another one that I'll have to deal with at the end of the growth season. Yay, I'm really looking forward to that. And that's filling up with buds right there. That's the chocolate drop times little Toshi. And this is one that I got that I think Todd just got. I think his might be in flower. Mine is a little baby. Anytime, Rez. Anytime. Let me see, what else? My dens over here do not look so hot. That one does Neither that one does not look hot either. You can see the yellowing canes. The green ones are still fine, but the yellowing ones are bad. Um, I'm not sure what these yellowing leaves are. Looks like it's sunburn. That looks like sunburn. But these new growths on, of course, that's my Sartoricus, Soba, whatever that is called, Sartoricus. Um, Two new growths here looking nice. The other one down here that is marinating is Catatente elephant drops. Hey there, Bree. Long time no see. But anyway, there's Catatente elephant drops, and that's crossed with uh, Brassavola cordata. And there is a sheath there. And over here, there's a sheath. Now, this right here is a beautiful. And I'm glad, no, actually, there is a little bit of color break right there. But this is beautiful. It's really, really nice. So nice and dainty. That's the size of the plant. That's another anceps. That is the anceps times cernua. Yeah, I agree, Ron. It is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yes, it is. And of course, I've shown this the last few days. That Aerangis pyratii. Love how the sepals down here crisscross. That is so, so good. No, these don't. This one doesn't smell. There are Aerangis grandiflora may smell, but Aerangis aren't really fragrant like Angraecums are. They're not really fragrant. But grandiflora is, but pyratii, no. I just like it just because it truly looks like a ghost. Truly. And when there are multiple spikes with the flowers all over them looking like that, it's incredibly striking. And I've got, okay, there is that bud right there, and there is another spike pushing out behind that older spike there. And I actually think that that is a flower spike right there, maybe. That might be a flower spike coming out. Looks like it's a root though, but that's completely the stem. That looks like a flower spike. That's my leptotes tenuis, which would be a first time bloom. Not sure what the flowers look like. Yeah, good, good, good. These flowers are just so droopy. I guess I like them. No fragrance. And a lot of them look like they're missing sepals. Like this one on the left looks like it's not, it's deformed. But anywho, what else? Hopefully I will not get cut off here. These spikes that are on my green. Okay. I forget what you're referring to, Denise. But those two spikes are really developing really nicely on my Stanhopia. That's my Rinkin bakiana. You can kind of see the buds. And there's another one on the other side. What else over here? Anything? Not really. Yeah. My Phalaenopsis, let me stop here for a minute because I think these were kind of affected by the cold weather. You can see how those leaves up there are yellowing. This corner cervi. Hey, Kathy, how's it going? My corner cervi looks yellow. Probably need more water, but overall, I just think it was the cold weather that we're getting, and it's only going to get colder. So, yeah, these leaves just look like they're not doing well. So I'm going to have to get that heater on very soon. Let me see if there's anything else up here. No, not really. But my Bellina is really still kicking out. I mean, I'm really loving that leaf right there. It's really looking like a gigantea, same as like this leaf. And my gigantea leaves are all looking, well, that's not looking so nice. That looks like corrugated. But other than that, my other gigantea leaves are looking really nice. Overall, um, nice roots. Still new leaves coming out at the top. My tiny, this is my Encyclia marii, which is a species. The spike that it had on it, where is it at? Well, it's not, it was on here, but it's gone. But this is a new growth, and then of course I saw another little one down there below. So I'm keeping it underneath this LED. It likes a highlight. It likes it cooler in the winter, but I'm not gonna give it complete a cool rest. I'm gonna still give it misting. Hey Tracy, I believe you're Tracy L, right? Maybe you're just Tracy's. Tracy, I think you're Tracy L, right? Okay. Wow, 9 people. Thank you all for showing up. I'm just kind of walking through. Hopefully, I won't get cut off. That flower never did open nicely. It's bad. Although the growths here, yeah, Tracy L. I knew I was talking right. Okay, the new growths on these are still progressing, which is nice. Although the roots have all kind of disappeared as far as the green root tips, but it does seem as if are progressing still on that dendrobium, and it did mature this growth really nicely. So I'll continue to go back this way if my internet will let me. Fingers crossed. I did move my angraecums back here to get higher light. That's a big LED. I don't have it on right now because of the video, but that's my Cespisquidale, and this is Linford White Beauty. And here are my other angraecums that I gave a drink today. Oh, great. Great. The Miltonia. I am so happy. Hopefully I will get blooms on that. That's my biloba. I water these every other day. That's my Modesta that's recently been mounted. That's a species. This one is the one that just finished blooming. It's got a new leaf coming, but it did lose leaves. This is my Scottianum that is mounted. And that's my, you can see what that is. That's not good. Not good at all. I've had that plant about a week, or maybe less than a week, and it's already looking terrible. So I'm just going to ignore that. I think that's what the culture said, was to ignore it. And so I'm going to do that. Hopefully that'll do it good. This is my Lutea alba that I knew when I was given this that it would be a struggle because my conditions are just so hot in the summer, but looks like it's trying to put out another leaf here. And another one that is really surprising me because I was thinking about buying another one of these. I know there's not a tag. This is my Aerangis on Ricci, which is perhaps the finest Aerangis. Well, grandiflora is pretty spectacular. Well, but this is the better one. But you can see it had a crown rot, but now it's put up another little kiki at the base. So that is pretty darn good. Hopefully that will continue to grow and I will get better roots on the plant. The roots have always been in such poor shape on that plant. What else? This is that sheath that's on that Cattleya well, it's not mounted, but I'm hoping that someday it will be mounted. Up above here is where Akiko Sato sits on that mount. And this is where my Sartoricus is that bloomed this spring. Gets morning sun and then dappled afternoon. Yeah, and those are my angricoids. This is my Aerangis here. And of course, this is my grandiflora that's down there. That's looking really good. These never want to dry out. Never want to dry out. And this is another species. That's my caudata. I think some of that yellowing is that cold temperatures that we've been having. It's my citrina here. Formerly Encyclia citrina. Yeah. Oh, and here's that other spike on the back side of that Stanhopia. And there's the tag on it, Rican bakiana. Nice big fat spike coming down. In addition to those two, there'll be another one coming after those two are done. Yay. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ignore. All of that brown. The whole plant is brown. Didn't I say that was going to happen? I didn't think it was going to happen that fast. Let me see. Over here, I'm showing this to Denise because every time now that I look at this plant, I think of Denise. This is my, whatever the cross is. It's a giant Cattleya. That's what it is. I think it's now Diacrium maybe, or let me see where's the tag. Cattleya moat spots that. And it's been on here for a couple of years on this mount. It was on a smaller mount and then I put it on this one and it took well to the mount. It's got roots all over it. And it put up these latest two growths that have matured really nicely. I'm not showing, there's no sheath in them. I'm just showing this to Denise every time that I come by. Yeah, Hilo's Adventure, that's what it is. Still got a lot of growing to go. But it has previously bloomed. I mean, my growths look a lot better than that, although those are old growths, so they're kind of desiccated. But yeah, this is where I have my grammatophyllum, and I'm going to take this out of the water. This is my other dendrobium laturia that is mounted, that is doing pretty well. It's got that new growth coming. I don't see any live roots per se, but I still like the fact that it's growing on that mount. So yeah, things back here are looking really nice. That's my okay, so I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. I shouldn't move so much. But this is another one for Todd. This is my Florida Stars times Christie Masahara. And it's got a new growth right there. And then up there it's got, that's probably nothing. It's just, it might develop, but it looks like it's pushing forward. We will see. We will see. As well as this plant right here. I keep forgetting the name of it. I think this is my diacria. There's got to be a tag on it. But it's got, its growths are still growing. It's got one over there, and then it's got one in the back here, back there. So I hope to see blooms on that. That is, thought I saw the tag over here. Here we go. That is the diacrium, Bicornutum alba. That's what that is. So, but yeah, I'm very happy with everything. I cannot complain. My Schoenorchis junkifolia, you can still see those new growths with the roots that are green tips. You can see there's roots right there. Just my Versavilas, the roots are still active. I couldn't be more happy. I mean, that's my Kiku, Gyrac Kiku, and you can see those roots. So we will see, folks. This is something. This is a. Now, where is the tag at? Anyway, this is a species right here. This is Barcaria spectabilis. Barcaria spectabilis. It's mounted. Okay, but yeah, this is my Barcaria spectabilis. That is a species. And the culture for this is, that is a species. And the culture for this is it likes it, in the summer, it wants shade and a lot of water. And in the winter, it likes it dry. And it's a deciduous, it generally blooms off of deciduous canes. And after it finishes blooming, in the spring, it will begin to put up new growths. But this is a flower spike that's got a kink in it. So yeah, it gets dry winters and lots of water in the spring. And cooler winters, warmth in the spring, warmth in the summer. And I still got roots on this, that Mount Hood times cucullata. So yeah, still got green tips going on. Just put those on those, I can't remember what she calls them now, but roots right there. And there's that freaky bud at the end of that cross, that deciduous dendrobium cross. I'm not going to go back there. But there are growths that are maturing very nicely. I am very pleased. Yeah, I am very, very happy. Those Cattleyas right there, that still has the roots on them. And there's the one down there that is mounted on the log with the moss that I brought back from the rainforest out in the Pacific Northwest. Moss still looking good. So yeah, that is something to look forward to because spectabile is fragrant. So yeah, and as I've been saying, the spikes on these plants over here that would just be overwintering are looking really nice. There's my Bogaranjana. And then this plant has a sheath there. And there's a sheath in here, right there. So I have a lot to look forward to. I have a lot to look forward to. Even some of my little things here. This is a chocolate drop that I mounted on this. It's got that little growth. It's probably stalled though. We'll see. We will see what happens. But it's recovering. You can see how bad it is. But for it to be growing, and I think when those roots are watered, they turn green. So they are active roots, even though they look dead. But yeah, that's about it that's going on. Wasn't really much after all that walking that I did and talking. Yeah, but I am just really happy with roots that are still there on mostly everything. I mean, this one right here, this is my wolfgang. What is that? It's wolfgang. It's what is that? It's wolf. Now, see, I should have had a tag on this. It's a Procatavola, something lime, something, but it's got the, I don't know now. I need to just get a tag, but that's got a sheath. Hopefully it will do something because this is the season when these bloom. Wolfgang, wolf, lime. I'm still trying to think of that name. But I am very happy with roots. Oh, you're never late. You're always with us, even when you're not here, Nina. Ninjas have those qualities. I feel you when you're not here. And here are more plants. I guess I did show some of these. There's that sheath. Wolfgang jade, that's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Thank you very much. And that sheath is on that Sunny Delight times Richard Mueller. If that blooms, that'll be the first time for a long, long time. And let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it that's going on. I got to duck so I don't hit my head on that spike, and then you'll really see me cry. I was going to show you this. This is the last, well, maybe the last. This is my problem. BC North Miami. And this sheath right there, that certainly looks like there's something in that sheath. What do you guys think? As opposed to that sheath. That sure looks like there's something in there. What would you say? What do you guys think? I think that's a yes. Maybe not. Looks like it's to me. Sure does. That will be something. Maybe when you curse a plant, maybe it does listen after all. Because that was a marked plant for the garbage can. It really was. And it's even got another sheath right there. So yay, hopefully, fingers crossed. And this dendrobium is really looking really nice. This is my dendrobium golden ayah, maturing its growth. This pretty much grows like a nobile. So I might move it, but it still likes the heat. So it should stay where it is. And I just noticed that growth, that new growth on my Gongora. Yay. But anyway, folks, I just love that My dog lays on the ground and his front paws are like that, and I just think that is so proper. It's like he went to boarding school. And that is exactly what that looks like to me. Like my dog laying down with his paws crossed. Amazing. But anyway, folks, I'm going to get off of here and get back to my Sunday. Thank you. Thank you. It's really yeah, exactly, Denise. Threatened to throw it over the hedge, and it finally does something. But yeah, it's really a four-season sunroom gone wild. Um, hopefully there'll be more happening soon. Hopefully my epidendrum nocturnum will maybe push forward some of these spikes finally. Um, Hopefully I'll be sharing those buds or blooms with you on that first time bloom, if that does come to fruition, on that leptotes. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Nina. I will certainly see you in your videos. And one last thing that I sort of am questioning, but maybe it's not. I was seeing this little nubbin right there, and if I can focus on it, this is my Stanhopia that has never ever bloomed, but it's put out monster number of growths. I don't know, maybe that could be a new growth. It almost looks like it could be a flower spike, folks. It does. It's certainly big enough. It's definitely root bound. It's coming out of the pot. So that should be a flower spike. That is, here's the tag over here. Equigenera Yolanda Breck. So I believe that's pretty funky. Can't remember. I think it's white with red spots, perhaps. Kind of chunky, fat Stanhopia-like flower. White with red spots. So yeah, and there's another sheath. That's pretty much my video today. Oh, by the way, I did pot that up in like a spinning fool. So yeah, thanks for sticking through that. That was a lot. A lot of spinning. Sorry, and I will be working on that. I'll be working on my internet, trust me. But I appreciate you all, love you all, and thanks for watching. Enjoy your orchids. I'll see you soon. Bye.